Angry guy here, and a war is brewing between Western and foreign women over passport bros. Guys, I want to show you a comment from Mayumi. All right, you should already know who she is. Japanese physician, traditional woman who's been posting on the channel for a bit. She says, "My husband loves to go to Costco with me." She's married to a black passport bro, or passport Joe. "My husband loves to go to Costco with me because he sees what I'm going to make in our town. We have an Asian market called Tilan Market, and it's like a candy store for my husband and other military men who are walking with grocery carts while me and other Asian women are filling up the basket. My husband's favorite food is pork katsu udon, takoyaki, and ok- okonomiyaki. You know, guys, I'm just gonna tell you something. I'm learning the hard way now. If you decide to go to Japan, just learn. But if you decide that you want to learn Japanese, learn the pronunciation. Because I study Japanese every day, and now I'm beginning to see why they say you need to learn the pronunciations because you can know the words. But yeah, learn the pronunciations while you're learning the language. But anyway, jumping back. So she says my husband's favorite food is pork katsu udon, uh, tokoyaki, and okonomiyaki. And myself learning from my mother how to make these dishes makes me happy that I put a smile on my husband and children's faces. Western women society can be compared to the bubonic plague raging Europe, ravaging Europe during the Dark Ages. Western women's society, guys. So, so adventurous men are leaving the diseased lands to seek out better horizons and absorb knowledge from lands that know how to accept a wonderful travelers. Guys, this is a huge war that's brewing between foreign women and Western women. And it's crazy because they started this. They started this. And guys, it's not about ethnicity because you have women who maybe Asian, but they were born or raised in the United States in Western society, and you can look at the toxic things that they're saying about the passport bros, and in some cases about the women who are in these countries. You'll have a woman who is ethnically, let's say, a Filipina, but then she'll speak poorly of women in the Philippines. Or she's ethnically one of these countries that the passport bros are going to. Like, for example, she's ethnically a Brazilian, but then she'll speak poorly of the women in Brazil and the passport bro's going there. Check this clip out.
They want to go be a passport bro. And I'm like, bro, you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve a traditional wife. You need to level up. The same way they want a traditional girl. The girl, she's going to be way more traditional back in my country. So trust me, she's not marrying you for love, she's marrying you for your green card. So.
Are you against passport bros or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man. But if you're not a man, I don't think you deserve that, honestly. If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife? If some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet. He's saying, well, I want a traditional wife. But therefore, he doesn't even have like a credit score. He doesn't even have like his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like, what happens when you bring that girl over here? You're gonna basically make her a Western woman, and she's gonna realize, like, this guy really doesn't have his shit together. Now she's gonna cheat on you.
So here's the interesting thing about what she said. He drives the hoopty from high school, and he's not he doesn't make $100,000 a year. He's not abbed out. Here's the interesting thing about that. The women overseas are not looking for Chad and Tyrone because these men are for the streets. All right? Women in Western society want a man who is extremely wealthy, tall, has all these other characteristics, right? And they basically get nothing in return from it. One of the things that you learn is that don't take her back to the West. It's a very serious. You're constantly told don't take her back to the West, to Western society. Stay over there with her, or build a house for her, or rent a place for her, whatever, and then go visit her whenever you want to. Go back, come back to the U.S., work in the U.S. if you have to, or whatever Western country you're from. But don't bring her back to Western society. And men have been warned. There are some guys who've done it successfully, but let's be very, very clear. Many chances the woman will change on you. But look at the kind of women, for example, most guys should not be driving an expensive car. Yeah, drive your hoopty from high school. If you have a car that has done you very, very well, and you don't have to put money into it. For example, you don't have a monthly car bill. So you're not spending, $500 or 500. You're not spending $5,000 a year on insurance, all right? And maintenance and all this, and car payments. I mean, there are some people who are spending $10,000 a year, 10 grand a year for a vehicle. I mean, what are they getting out of that? Let's jump into this other video.
Passport bros, like they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English.
So in the Philippines, English is taught starting at grade school level. In fact, a lot of Koreans in Korea send their kids to the Philippines to learn English because it's so widely spoken in the Philippines. And kids can learn perfectly good English for the fraction of the price of going to the US or Europe. I hate these surface level conversations that are being led by women to dehumanize Asian women from Asian countries. These passport bros are never the men you wanted anyway. The priorities of Asian women in Asia that settle for these men, imagine what little prospects they must have in terms of finding a partner that they choose these men. In a lot of Asian cultures, your partnership in marriage has to be matched in economic and social statuses. But the burden of watching over your family's multi-generations and providing for parents is a lot of times on the daughters. So when they choose a partner, they're not just looking for love for themselves, because that would be selfish from their cultural upbringing. They are looking for access to better life, not just for themselves, but usually for their parents and for their siblings as a whole. But these women are not your enemy. They're not taking from the men that you even wanted. So why the fuck are you putting it on them? Be mad at white supremacy that gives value to unworthy men. Be mad at the patriarchy. Don't shit on women who are sacrificing their whole being in trying to better the communities that they're coming from. They're just trying to survive in a system that shits on them. And believe me, they pay with their life. Something you would never be willing to do. And that's a luxury you can afford and they cannot.
I don't know if I agree with everything she said, but basically she pointed out that these women in Western society didn't want these men. All right. She basically said, go blame the patriarchy and all the other stuff. Go fight over that and leave these men to us. We'll take these men. These men are valuable. All right. These men will give us everything we need and everything we want. All right. They will bring our lives up. All right. So you didn't want these men. Leave these men alone. But here's another video, guys. Check this out.
The Filipinas only understanding very little English. Listen to this video, girl. I'm going to give you a rundown. Okay. Filipinas with very little education. Oh, honey, please tell me that you can only speak about us if you can be better than us. And clearly, you are so insecure because we take care of your man better than you. We understand perfect English as much as we speak it. And for one, a Filipina like me, for sure, has been to more countries in the world than you. The only place you've ever been with a mind like yours is the back of your man's truck. Hold up. I am being insulted. I'm just going to defend myself. Son, go inside the room. Listen to me. Do not insult us Filipinas because you know nothing about us. All you know is that your men are picking us over you. But then again, we kind of prefer, at least women like me, prefer hard men all the damn time. Iba pa rin ang Pinoy. Tony, please, get out. I'm trying to school this woman because she doesn't know jack toot. Don't start with me, honey. I've already made a video before. If your men come to the Philippines or Thailand or any other Asian country, it's because they like Asian spice. We're spicy. We're delicious. We know how to take care of your man and ourselves. and we age well. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they like us? For our skin? They like us for our hospitality? Or they like us for the things we do that we can tell you on TikTok because we might get banned? So don't start with me. Don't make an entire case that, oh, because we're so less, that's why they like us. No, honey. No, we're not less. In fact, we're more expensive. But then we can afford ourselves. You're talking about a very small portion. A very small portion of women who need your men to live. But if you are going to speak about the general population of empowered Filipinas, honey, please. We chose your men. It's not that your men chose us because we speak little English or that we don't have education. Honey, ginoo ko day. Why don't you ask one of your Filipino friends to translate this? Ayaw mi glabda, kay dili mo mga lami, baho pagibog ilo kung di mo kaligo. Kami, bisan pagpila ka adlaw, lami mi. Dili mi ninyo mapili mo na ko. Ako ninyo, maghilo mo. Ingat. Mwah.
Guys, my gosh, that was just terrible. My gosh, that was terrible. Guys, a war is brewing between Western and foreign women over passport bros. And these women they don't realize what they've done. You know, Western women think that Western women have been very disrespectful to men. They only know how to shame, blame, defame, and manipulate. And these are the traits that they're now using when it comes to dealing with women in other countries. It's not going to work. What they're doing right now is they are creating a scenario where now women in Asian countries, women and men in Asian countries are going to have a very negative perception of Western women because of the way that they behave and the way that they speak. So when they go over to these countries, while the men will be welcomed, the women won't. This is what's going to happen. They're not going to be appreciated there. You know, you have a video of this woman basically furious. She's a black woman living in Japan, furious that black men are doing so well in Japan and that Japanese men don't want to date her and the sisters. And she's furious about this. But wait, why is it that the Japanese women love the black guys, but the Japanese men aren't in love with the sisters? It's because of your attitude. It's because of your behavior, the way that you carry yourself, your level of entitlement. When the black guys and the white guys, they go to Japan, they understand that when you're in another person's country, you're a guest there. So you need to behave better than the people who live in that country. When the women from Western society go over there, they go over there feeling entitled. So they believe that everyone in those countries must accommodate them. The men must accommodate them. The women must accommodate them because they're special. They don't comprehend this is the fastest way to be kicked out of the country. People don't understand the Japanese very well. I'm not saying that there are not people in Japan who are kind, but the Japanese as a group, the Japanese are polite, but the Japanese are not kind. People don't comprehend this. So they will, in the most polite way, have you exit that country. They won't tolerate that nonsense over there. If you go over there and you are creating problems in society, speaking poorly of them, bringing that terrible behavior from Western society and thinking that you can do that there, they're going to put you out. Passport bros who go to other countries and create problems over there, they have to get out. Okay? Or they will get put out. You can't go to Brazil and do this stuff. This is what, so this notion, it's like these women are acting like, oh, the men are going over there and they're doing all of these things. Guys, these countries have laws, rules, and regulations. So you have to behave yourself in these countries, or else they'll arrest you. You know, they'll incarcerate you. They'll deport you. You won't have a good time there. Women in Western society think that they are better than everyone else in other countries. They think they are better than everyone else in other countries. They are smarter. They are more beautiful. They are a gift from God. They are enlightened. It's unbelievable. All right, their culture is superior to all other cultures in the world. Guys, it's they are bred on narcissism from they are 2 to 3 years old. That's what it is in Western society. And then they develop that narcissistic trait. And with social media, it's only given it is only given water. So social media, feminism, it's like a seed. It gets plenty of sunlight, it gets plenty of water, and then it grows into a tree. So by the time they're adults, they can't change. It's impossible. All right? Because that seed has already grown. It's already spread its roots throughout their entire body. It's a part of them. You can never get rid of it because it has become a part of them. It is in every cell of their bodies now. It is in their veins. It is in their brains. It is in every bit of them. Guys, a war is brewing between Western and foreign women over passport bros. What do you guys think regarding this? I want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. And if you agree that it's only going to get much more spicy. As more guys say, you know what? I'm walking away. When I want to go on a date, I'm just going to fly out of the country. I'm going to go overseas. I'm going to fly to the Caribbean. I'm going to fly to South America. A lot of these guys are going to begin having houses and homes in other countries. And when they want to go chill, they're going to fly out. When they have their boys, they're going to say, come on, man, let's go, boys. And they're just going to fly out of the country and go somewhere else and go chill. Imagine how cool it is, guys. This is what's crazy. Imagine how cool the world that we're living in will become when you're with your boys and you say to your boys, dude, I'm going over to DR. I'm going to DR this weekend. And they say, what? Are you crazy? And you're like, dude, I have a place over in DR fully furnished. I have a car over there. Or I have a motorbike over there. I have everything I need over there. I have a place. And I can go over there right now. Let's go. Come on, roll with me. And dude's like, dude, it's a foreign country, man. Bro, do you have a passport? Yeah, I have my passport. Let's roll, man. Or if you don't get it and you come with me next time, and your boy just rolls out with you, and he goes to DR with you. You're like, listen, just pack a bag, dude. Just pack a bag of the things that you need. Toiletries, stuff like that, whatever. Everything else is dirt cheap over there. Just a pack a bag, clothes to, some clothes to go out in, that's it. And this guy goes, tosses everything in there, grabs his passport, puts his Nintendo Switch in there, or Steam Deck, whatever, hops on a plane, goes over to his bro's house, gets in the plane. They're in the airport, boom, 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 go through checking. The flight is an hour and a half, 2 hours most. It goes by instantly. They're in Costa Rica or Dominican Republic or whatever other country in like 2 hours, 3 hours, right? And it's suddenly like they're in a whole different world. Goes to his friend's house, and bada bing, bada boom, like everything is lit. Like they are living in luxury, decked out, everything. And he's like, bro, you're rich. Nah, bro, this is just how it is outside of the US. What do you guys think regarding this? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.